What's up, horse bosses? I am excited to say that our 30-day challenge has finally ended. It feels like day 4,365. I hope you guys enjoy. My video's a little long, but if anything, look out for day 11 because I did something pretty exciting. Dear future Natalie, I saw you at a show and I wanted to say how proud I am of you. You have come so far with your mare Daisy. When you first bought Daisy, she was only halter broke at 4 years old, but you showed her love and patience throughout your training sessions. I remember you were so afraid to ride her. Then once you got over that, it was the fear of riding outside the round pen. Once you conquered those fears, there was no stopping you from your goals of becoming a barrel racer like Fallon Taylor, Haley Kenzel, and Lisa Lockhart. Now you're traveling to rodeos all around the United States. I know driving long hours to compete for a couple of seconds is hard, but don't give up. Stay hungry for your goals of becoming the champion of the American, the NFR, and so many more. Winning or becoming 1% better at the smaller shows will set you up to win your big goals. I can see the excitement and confidence you have from the first step in the alleyway. Daisy perks up and is ready to give you all the energy she has. The best part is seeing your friends, family, and followers get excited to see you run. You have such an amazing support group. You encourage and teach others to work hard and to be thankful for what they have. Remember, there will be negative people who try to tear you down. Don't let them affect you. They are just jealous that you are living their dream. In the meantime, remember who you are and who you want to be. I can't wait to see you win it big. Stay humble, stay hungry, and say thank you to Jesus. Present, Natalie.
Hi guys, I am Julie Copper, and I started Copper Horse Crusade shortly after high school and did work with horses off and on from high school forward, went back to college, and really started doing this full-time in 2009. And the idea is to pull horses that are headed to slaughter that are viable, that can be brought back and get some care and some training, see a vet, see a farrier, and then transition into homes. I got started doing this when I was about 15 and helped a neighbor pull a horse that I think she had delusions of grandeur about being involved in horses, and then the reality of having kids and work and other responsibilities kind of set in, and she wanted rid of the horse. So I bought the horse back from her and kind of spent the summer working with that horse, and was able to place that horse at the end of the summer. So really this came about as recognizing that there were a lot of good horses that ended up in the kill pen because of people problems. Somebody moved, somebody died, somebody got divorced, somebody got pregnant, lost their job, got cancer, all of those sort of things that we also see dogs end up in shelters for. And certainly there are the horses that are there that are blind, lame, crazy, dangerous, a variety of things that make them unserviceable, but unfortunately there are a lot of good horses that end up in the kill pen, and they probably do need a refresher, they probably do need some groceries, they probably do need some dental, vet, farrier kind of work, but then once they've received that, they're able to go on and be successfully placed in homes instead of going to slaughter. So it was kind of a recognition of there were too many good horses ending up in the kill pen, and wanting to see those horses go from the kill pen to being placed in the homes. So a question that I get asked pretty frequently is, how do you know which horses to pull? Ideally we'd love to see all of them pulled, but that's really not realistic because time is limited, resources are limited, homes are limited, and so all of those things have to be managed in order to do the most good for the greatest number of horses. So when we go to the sale or we go to the feedlot, we are looking at the horses that can most successfully transition into homes within a reasonable amount of time. So I'm looking for horses that are sound, I'm looking for horses that are sane, I'm looking for horses that are serviceable. How do they act when I walk up to them in the pen? Are they feral? Do they run away? Do they pin their ears? That's kind of the first step, and then there's kind of a ground evaluation with, do you lead politely? Do you pick up your feet? How are you to handle on the ground? And then we try to determine age, soundness, health, that kind of thing. And then the riding evaluations, getting on them and determining what they know as far as training. One of the biggest things that I see as a focus point to reforming rescue is changing people's opinion of what a rescue horse is. Unfortunately, horse rescue's been done so badly for so long with groups and organizations begging for hay, begging for money so that the horses don't go hungry. It's really allowed a kind of negative mindset to surround horses that are going through transition, or horses that have maybe ended up in a bad spot, because people will say, well, I want something I can ride. And so they've looked over horses that are in transition because they think that all horses that are in horse rescue are 26-year-old, lame, blind, broken down kind of horses. And so the biggest goal I think that I'm working towards personally is reforming what rescue is. We are repurposing these horses. These are not broken down, end-of-life horses that we're hoping someone will take to be a pasture pet for the end of their days. These are young, sound, some of them registered horses that they're competing, they're in search and rescue, they're in 4-H, they're doing parades, they're doing all kinds of things. So really want to focus on changing the perception of what a rescue horse is, what a rescue horse can do. So if someone's looking for a horse, I would encourage them to look for a horse that's maybe been in transition, gone through our program, gone through a similar program, and maybe ended up in a bad spot, but is certainly still a very deserving horse. If you are interested in getting involved in Copper Horse Crusade or in helping Copper Horse Crusade, there are a variety of ways for you to contribute. Certainly there is PayPal on the website. You can send a donation snail mail. If you want to contribute supplies, we're always grateful for feed, gift cards to Rural King, Tractor Supply, that kind of thing. We accept volunteers too, so if you're into coming and mucking stalls, grooming horses, lunging horses, cleaning out horse trailers, scrubbing out water buckets, filling tanks, all of those fun sort of things, we're always glad to have people come and do that too, and lend support in a very hands-on way. So donate, volunteer. If you know someone looking for a horse, have them look at the website, consider getting a horse that's gone through our program, so that we can go back and continue to do it again. For those of you that have contributed to Natalie's project and helped support Copper Horse Crusade with your donations and products, I would like to say thank you, and we sure appreciate your support.
For the Turning Pro course, I took a bunch of notes, as you guys can see, and then I ended up doing the mock rodeo run. So you guys can see that there, where I traveled, what rodeos, what hotel, what horse hotel, and how much at the end. Alright guys, so for these 6 intensive riding challenges, I had a little bump in the road. The mare I originally wanted to do these workouts with wouldn't load in the trailer. That is something I know has been a problem, and I've been working on it. Unfortunately, I couldn't load her in the trailer after an hour and a half of doing so. So I went around this bump, and I took my other mare, Cheyenne. She did amazing. I know she loads up, and our workouts were a little slower, but she did great, and I'm so proud of her. And in the meantime, Daisy and I will be working really hard to get over this trailering problem, and hopefully some 30 days with a trainer. As you guys can see throughout the 6 intensive riding days, 2 days I had an indoor arena to ride in, and then the other ones I used what I had. So I was outside in 15-degree weather with snow. Some of the days there was rain. And you know what, guys? I got it done. I didn't melt, and I feel super accomplished. I took Dooley. He's a 18-year-old stud. He does amazing. Like I said, he loaded. We did our little run through barrel pattern. Thing he does do is he turns the barrels a little smoother than my horses. So as a rider, I need to make sure my hands and my body position gets to where it needs to be faster, and to ask a little more as well. And he also gave me some confidence, not only trailering, but also riding as well. As you guys can see in the video, it was raining here in Ohio with a little bit of a cold chill. So I'm wearing my overalls, my rain jacket, my muck boots, and we were going out and we were doing the thing, and we accomplished so much and we didn't melt. Plus, this gets us prepared for rodeos where it's raining, like a lot of Fallon Taylor's videos when she goes to Calgary. There's a ton of rain, so this gets her used to that. I have been facing a lot of fears throughout this whole challenge. The one that comes to mind is going to different businesses and asking for donations for a horse rescue. This was on day 11 because I didn't feel like I was at the level to ask for sponsors. I still wanted to get this experience because I am an introvert, and talking to anybody new gives me a lot of anxiety and makes me really nervous. But I went out and I did it, and I accomplished my goal, and I got some donations for a rescue, and it was amazing. The second fear I have is loading a horse up into a trailer, going somewhere, and when I'm ready to come home, they won't load up. I'm always scared to go by myself because, I don't know, you need 2 people when a horse can't load in the trailer. So face this fear by taking my mom's horse Dooley on Jump a Horse Day. He loaded right up in the trailer, and we were on our way coming home to load in the trailer. He gave me a little bit of trouble, but I just worked through it, took deep breaths, told myself he's gonna load in the trailer. That's fine, you don't need help. And he loaded in the trailer and we went home. So a big thing is staying positive, taking deep breaths, telling myself, you're gonna get through this, it's gonna be fine, it's not the end of the world. And if you need help, you have help. Just a phone call away. So facing fears, I would say check. So I reached out to a horse trainer that I've been working with this summer. His name is Chad, and his wife Christina from C&C Horsemanship in Mount Eaton, Ohio. I've been having some trouble with Daisy with trailer loading, and she is now 8 years old. So I don't want another year to go by her, and I'm just not at the level of a trainer that she needs. So I want her to progress a lot faster. She learns super fast. So I figured I need to suck up my pride, and I'm going to send her to a 30-day training so she can learn and we can go ahead on this journey, because I believe she can accomplish so much. She's so athletic, so kind, and she just needs to get to that next level a little faster than what I can progress her at. Within the last 30 days, I've learned to be a more confident and positive person. What I think and what I say is what will happen, so it's important to stay positive. I've also learned that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to say, I don't know what I'm doing, and I need someone to come and teach me, because this is the only way that we're going to get to the next level. Hey everyone, we survived the 30-day challenge. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I just want to say a huge thank you to Fallon Taylor for making this challenge and for the future challenges to come. Everyone, you have made it, and you guys did amazing. Well, I can't wait to see who wins, and I hope to see you guys at the American Rodeo.